So it's a bigger bottle than normal. It's 30 milligrams, so double the size.
Milliliters.
Milliliters. And it comes with a dropper, which is awesome because it makes it really easy to apply. And then for people who are watching on YouTube, you'll see that the dropper actually shows you it is blue. So I'll put a drop on the back of my hand. It is like really blue and then really thick. So just holding my hand up, it's like very slowly going down.
Welcome to the Bottle Poppin Podcast, where Meg and Heather share their love for oils, friendship, and entrepreneurship. Let's get it poppin'.
Hey everyone, this is Meg.
Hi there, this is Heather.
And we are the Bottle Poppin Podcast, and we match today. So Heather, what are we popping open today?
We are popping open a topic about Yarrow Pom Essential Oil. This is a combination of yarrow oil with pomegranate seed oil.
Yep.
It's a carrier oil, so I guess it's still considered an oil. I unfortunately do not have that in front of me. I see that you do.
I do. So it's a bigger bottle than normal. It's 30 milligrams, so double the size.
Milliliters.
Milliliters. And it comes with a dropper, which is awesome because it makes it really easy to apply. And then for people who are watching on YouTube, you'll see that the dropper actually shows you it is blue. So I'll put a drop on the back of my hand. It is like really blue and then really thick. So just holding my hand up, it's like very slowly going down. But what's cool is even though it's thick, when you rub it in, it's soft. It's not like sticky, which I feel like it should be sticky.
Well, and it completely eliminates the blue color, whereas blue Tansy, you will stay blue for a little while, but Yarrow Pom completely gets absorbed.
Yeah, and I assume the blue is from the pomegranate. I don't know if Yarrow itself is blue. For some reason, I think it's yellow, but I don't know. Where I get that
you're
from.
Right. I feel like that too. I'm not sure either. I don't know. And so Yarrow Pom actually has a couple of products. It's got the oil, and then it has a body serum, and then it has capsules, supplements that you can take as well. And I will say for the body serum, it is not as dark blue, but it does have a lighter blue tint to it as well. And it also is very smooth and soft when you apply it. Yeah.
Yeah, you can barely see it on the screen, actually.
I remember when that first came out and we were first applying it when we got back to the hotel room after convention when it came out. And it was like, wow, this is just really soft. When you put it on your arms, it felt very moisturizing. Mm-hmm. It's really nice. I like it as an alternative to coconut oil. I do not add it to blends that I make and put in like a roller bottle or anything. I use this more as a body moisturizer instead of a lotion. If I feel like I've got a spot that lotion's just not taking care of dryness wise, the Yarrow Pom serum is what I reach for that.
So I use the serum pretty regularly, but I do mix it with coconut oil, fractionated coconut oil. And I like to rub it in and then dry brush. And so that helps drive it into the skin even more. And I think I do the coconut oil on top just because it makes it last even longer, and it's easier to spread across the body. Because even though it's not thick, it's not as runny as you would expect either, I think.
So out of curiosity, why do you choose to do that with the serum instead of just the Yarrow Pom oil?
Because I use the Yarrow Pom oil on my face every day. I don't know. It's like that's face, and then the serum is body. And I do know one of my sisters got both and was using the serum on her face, and she's like, this is weird. This does not feel right. Are you sure this is what you're supposed to do? And I was like, no, that's not what you're supposed to be doing. So, and I guess, I can see where there's confusion because there are a ton of serums out there, like face serums, but this is not a face serum. This is specifically a body serum.
And it does say that. Yeah, it does say body serum. And then the capsules are a little bit more cellular beauty complex, it's called, but it is a supplement made with the Yarrow Pom. I think it's got zinc. It's got a couple of other things in it for kind of that inside out beauty.
Yeah. So really this, while it has a whole bunch of different properties, I think most people are using it for skin and skincare. So like I said, I use the oil almost daily. I apply rose oil every day on my face, and I have a specific application, and I have affirmations that I share with that. If you want to go back and listen to that one, we have a whole episode on rose. But then after I apply the rose, I take the Yarrow Pom oil and mix that with the anti-aging lotion and apply that on top. And then sometimes I'll even use gua sha to help push that into my skin even more. And I really love it. A gua sha stone.
Gua sha stone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the Yarrow Pom oil as well. It's in the face serum that I use too, which I have talked about before too. It's the Glow Blend from Tiffany Peterson. I don't know that I use her exact recipe anymore. I've kind of tweaked it to be my own. I do like the Yarrow Pom bottle because it's the larger bottle that a lot of times if I'm starting to run low at the end of it, I will just add the ingredients that I was going to combine anyways, put them in that Yarrow Pom bottle, and then now use that as the new container for me, which I have just ordered. It is supposed to arrive today because my bottle was empty.
It's good stuff. I will say as well, so this is a relatively new bottle that I have here, and it smells totally different than my last bottle, which this is actually a good sign. Like, this is a sign that we're using real natural things, because like anybody who's ever had a garden and had something come back year after year after year, things are going to change based on the soil and the weather and all these different factors. But I don't like the smell of this one as much. And I think if I had started off having it smell like this, I might not use it daily on my face. But because for years now I have used this and really love what it does to my skin, I will continue to do it, even though the smell is just, it's a little bit sharper, like almost like a sharp cheese, which sounds real appealing to rub on your face.
Can you actually smell the difference when you're rubbing it on your face?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, just compared to the last one. So I'm intrigued to see when you get yours, like if you notice a difference as well. So, and I do know, like, one of the reasons why they put yarrow and then pomegranate oil together, one thing, they knew it was going to be a beauty complex, and pomegranate oil is amazing for skin. But they did say that yarrow on its own is a really strong, pungent smell, and that they just figured people would not want to use it as much.
And again, I don't have the Yarrow Pom oil in front of me, so I can't compare. But to me, the serum always smells like a very a fruity olive oil almost. Yeah. Does the oil itself usually smell like that too? I don't remember now.
Well, I don't remember if that's what it smelled like before. But
it doesn't now.
There is a hint of that. There's a hint of that, but the sharp smell kind of overrules it.
Well, and then the interesting thing is, because it is made of 2 ingredients, you wonder which ingredient was the different one when it was harvested.
True. Yeah, good point.
Well, and on that note, when you are working with 2 ingredients or multiple ingredients for a blend, there is the chance that one of them or both of them is going to be slightly different year after year. And so there's going to be a lot more inconsistency, I guess, with the scent potentially.
Yeah, I remember at one point, Serenity, they have changed the formula on Serenity, but this was before they changed the formula. There was a distinct shift in smell, and it still smelled good, but that's one that I think a lot of people use every single night at bedtime. And so I had multiple clients reach out and be like, did they change this? And just explain, like, no, that's how plants work.
Yeah, and doTERRA has addressed that before too, of when we are harvesting these things and we have not added things to it, the plant is going to grow the way the plant grows based on environment, soil, air conditions, all that kind of stuff. And so year after year, season after season, there's going to be variations in that. That's normal, and that is okay. It doesn't lose any of its benefits. The scent is just slightly different.
Yeah. And they know that it doesn't lose the benefits because they still do all of the testing on it, both in-house and third party. So I feel like it's been a while since we mentioned this, but on the bottom of every bottle, there is a code, and you can go to the website sourcetoyou.com.org, I think .com, and put in that code and then pull up all of the testing as well, which is awesome that they have that type of transparency. So on a totally different note, I thought it was really interesting to read up on the emotional benefits of this oil as well. And it talked about how this oil helps you shield yourself energetically from others' energy, which I know not everybody even believes in this. And probably at some point in my life, I didn't really get it. But I definitely believe in it now and feel it. I feel like ever since 2020 and lockdown and just being away from people, now when I am around people, I am very sensitive to their energy. And so it's been cool ever since reading about this and learning this, when I'm applying it in the morning after my shower and applying it on my body to basically just feel like I'm putting this invisible shield on me, like this is protecting me as well. Not only is it good and hydrating my skin, but it's protecting me emotionally from people's emotions. And that's been really helpful.
I think this is a higher price point, and so people are a little bit apprehensive to start with this one initially. Again, you can do the points through the loyalty rewards program. That is often how I will purchase this oil. It makes it real easy, and I get excited to be able to use my points for higher price items like this. But I think that the serum feels really good. The Yarrow Pom oil I add to my face serum, and I really like what it does for my skin. So I think this is a good one to purchase.
I agree. And I just remembered as you were talking, I remembered one other thing with this oil. So it is, we've talked about the skin benefits, the skin beauty benefits, that type of thing, and then the emotional benefits. But it also helps with hormone regulation. And that's part of why it's effective with clearing your skin and stuff like that. But a lot of people will take this oil internally, like put it in a capsule or just take the supplement. And when they initially do it, it shifts things. And sometimes when there's that shift, people experience maybe like some anger, releasing anger, that type of thing. But once you get past that and it starts balancing hormones, there used to be, and I'm sure this is still a thing, a skinny jeans challenge. Do you remember that? And it was a capsule. I know it had Yarrow Pom in it. It had pink pepper in it, and it had a few other oils. But all of these are for hormone balancing. And, one of the benefits when your hormones is balanced. I mean, really, when you balance anything in your body, it brings your weight into balance. And so a lot of people were experiencing weight loss with it as well, if they could get past the initial shift in emotions. I think some people started it, were like, nope, not for me. But it's one of those things where, like, once you work through that and get the anger out, then real healing can happen.
Okay, well, two things on that point. I found our Skinny Jeans 30-day challenge that you were just mentioning, and it was 2 drops each that you put into a veggie cap of these oils: Yarrow Pom, frankincense, turmeric, black pepper, pink pepper, and you do that for 30 days. We were supposed to record this episode last week. We started the episode and we were having technical difficulties, so we decided to wait a week to record it. And I had the little jar of the Yarrow Pom capsules that I had not been taking. Why am I wasting my money by having them and not taking them? So I committed that I was going to finish this jar and then decide if I wanted to purchase them again. But I have been taking them for 7 days now. I have had my menstrual cycle since then. And usually before I get my menstrual cycle, about 2 days beforehand, I definitely have an influx of patience issues.
That's said nicely.
Yes.
Is that how your family describes it?
Yes. I try to control the anger part of it, but my patience and tolerance is extremely low 48 hours beforehand. And that is my indicator of I am about to get my cycle. I've been taking these for a week. I did not associate it to this, but yesterday when my cycle was done, I thought to myself, I never had that 2 days before my cycle this time. I knew I was about to get it just on timing, but at the same time, I recognized that I didn't have that shift beforehand, and I totally forgot that